Jai Shri Ram. These are extracts from a poem written by Thomas Gray, an English poet who died some 200 years ago. He was famous for this poem. Elegy. Elegy means a sad poetry, sad poem. Written in a country churchyard. That's the name of the poem. And remember, 80-20 rule applies everywhere. 80% of anything has 20% value, and 20% of anything has 80% value, or sometimes 80% of anything has no value and only 20% has value. Same thing with poetry also. Great poet, but his entire poem and lot of poetry, forget it. This is the one that I want you to learn, and you can quote in any speech tomorrow. Elegy. This is actually about obscure rustics who lie buried in the churchyard. That means, there are so many people in India who are obscure. Nobody knows them, but they have great talent. Hopefully, we will help them someday, and someday India will be recognized for the millions of talented people in our country. Elegy written in a country churchyard. Let not ambition mock their useful toil, their homely joys and destiny obscure, nor grandeur bear with a disdainful smile the short and simple annals of the poor. Okay, this is nice to listen. Don't bother too much about this paragraph, this stanza. This one, the next one is good. The boast of heraldry, the pomp of power, and all that beauty, all that wealth ever gave, awaits alike the inevitable hour. The paths of glory lead but to the grave. That means all this heraldry and insignia and pompadom, people pretending to be very rich, and all of them finally end up in the grave. Sabko jana hai. Raja, rank, fakir, sabko jana hai. Perhaps in this neglected spot is laid some heart once pregnant with celestial fire, hands that the rod of empire might have swayed, or waked to ecstasy the living lyre. So this is another lovely poem. You can look up the meanings if you want. I don't want to waste too much time explaining all meanings. That means there are many people, obscure people in our country, who are highly talented, but our stupid system has never recognized, and all kinds of, weird characters have been given Bharat Ratna, Padma Shri, and all kinds of awards, where the real talent lies all over the country. But knowledge to their eyes, her ample page, rich with the spoils of time, did never unroll. Chill penury repressed their noble rage, and froze the genial current of the soul. Even this stanza is okay, but the next one is the gem. This is one you must by heart. Full many a gem of purest ray serene, the dark unfathomed caves of the ocean bare. Full many a flower is born to blush unseen, and waste its sweetness on the desert air. Did you understand? That means at the bottom of the ocean, there are so many gems, so many pearls. Nobody knows that they are there, and they are buried in the dark, unfathomed, unplumbed, undiscovered caves. And many flowers are there. They blush unseen and waste their sweetness on the desert air. That means nobody recognizes these people. So talented. When I have travelled almost the entire extent of the country, barring a few parts, I find, our villagers, so-called villagers who are considered illiterate and uneducated, they are probably the wisest people. Yeah? They know so much. They are living the Gita, and they are so highly talented. When will we wake up to this reality? When will we recognize the geniuses in our villages? All these Bollywood fellows and all the Librandus and that Lutyens gang, these rascals are dividing all the loot, the prizes among themselves. Full many a gem of purest ray serene, the dark unfathomed caves of the ocean bare. Full many a flower is born to blush unseen, and waste its sweetness on the desert air. Please memorize this. The last one. Some two are there. Some village Hampden, that with a dauntless breast, the little tyrant of his fields withstood. Some mute inglorious Milton here may rest. Some Cromwell